All right, everybody, this is Sheets, and we're going to do the same thing we did yesterday, which actually worked out to be pretty good, depending on which way you went with the lineup builds we discussed yesterday. So we're going to do the same thing, is that we're going to run our spreadsheets and run our projections and build it basically live. And again, it's a showing of process. It's very possible that the lineup builds are not going to produce anything good, in which case I'm probably just going to pass tonight. But if using my process generates something good, then I'll play. So the first thing I'm going to do, again, just so you see, and eventually I'll make this guys available to you hopefully, is I'm going to run my projections for the NHL, for DraftKings. And then what we're looking for is, all right, so what we're looking for are players from the same team that rank high. And then what we're going to have to do is then we're going to have to see if we have to make sure that they're on the same lines, they correlate at least close enough. And what we're looking for are the cheapest goalie that's like passable, right? That's kind of the process here. So let's look at the goalie, I guess. So it looks as though, well, Saros is rated as the top goalie. He's only 8,300. Let's see if there's anything even cheaper. Talbot, he was terrible the other day, but whatever, 7,600. And that's no good. So maybe these guys down here. Elvis. So let's go let's put Elvis in for now. We'll put Elvis in for now. Okay, so that takes care of that. Now let's take a look and see what this board looks like here. So I'm seeing that these two big Colorado guys. So McKinnon's top play overall, and then I'm just kind of eyeballing this, and it would be nice if the Arizona, this Garland, had another guy in here, but I don't see it. He could end up being a good one-off. St. Louis, all right, so St. Louis this is the goalie, so he doesn't count. Forsberg, he would be a one-off, but he's in that same game, isn't it, as my goalie? So far, it looks kind of uninspiring. All right, so now we're getting somewhere. So you get two San Jose guys together. You got one, this is the goalie again. So if we get rid of the goalies, maybe we get a better look at this. But, right, so let's forget the goalie a second. So one off, Rantanen. So Rantanen, McKinnon, this is the key, right? Now, no surprise, these guys are probably going to be popular, but they're pretty expensive. So what if you could do that? What if you did McKinnon, so this is what it is, McKinnon, Landeskog, and Rantanen. All right, and Makar. All right, so this is what you'd like to get if you could, right? Is this Colorado situation, and you can already tell it's going to be really tough because just everybody's like really expensive. And unfortunately, when you're looking through this, you don't see a lot of other stuff that you can do. Well, what's the St. Louis thing? So you have Perron, Falk. No, not really. So I guess what we're going to try to do is see if we can get that Colorado in with some good one-offs. Maybe even a two-man. So like you see these two guys, but they're going to be too expensive, I can tell. But let's just take a look. So let's see what we do. So we were talking about McKinnon, Rantanen, Landeskog, and Makar. They're really expensive. There's no way this is going to work. But let's prove it. And you got to wait till all the way at the end. All right. So McKinnon, Rantanen, Landeskog, Makar. Yeah, that's not going to work. You're not going to be able to do it with $2,700 guys. So the only thing you could do is you could maybe do a 3-man and see what else you could do. So like for those St. Louis guys, right? We're already almost in forcing mode here. So you had Falk, he was 5,400, and Perron at 6,700, and even that was no bargain. So what do you do? I mean, you can certainly opt not to play, but let's try to build another way. Let's build starting with the one-off. So let's build starting with the top play. So Garland. Let's do McKinnon, Garland, Forsberg for openers. So let's do that. Let's do McKinnon, what did I say? Forsberg. Forsberg was a wing. Get rid of Elvis for a minute. So McKinnon, Forsberg, and who was that? My brain is not as fast as it used to be. And Garland for Arizona. Played him before, haven't we? Actually, I don't think we did. I think we faded him before. And so if we started with these guys, we got to put in a different sheet going. Let's put in a. That's why I always get a handle on how much money is left over. Hellebuck 7,700. Pretty expensive. Let's go back to the Talbot. So if we did this, it's $43.40 a person. So let's try to correlate a little bit, right? Let's see if we can't do it. So we're looking for either in Nashville or in Arizona. Okay. So what I'm doing is I'm looking. Well, let's first look at the spreadsheet. Anything else for Arizona? Well, you got the goalie. Or anything else from Nashville? You got Josie, but he's 7,200. So it looks as though, guys, we're not going to be playing tonight. Oh, wait, one other chance. There it is. Okay. There we go. So we got 3 Vegas guys at least in the same area. So we got Riley Smith, Mark Stone, and Marchessault. Let's put those guys in. You can already tell we're really almost in forcing mode right now. Let's just do it. Let's put in, and look at this. So we have the wrong goalie again, so we'll worry about that in a minute. So who did we say? Stone, Marchessault, and who is it? Riley Smith? Any chance these guys are in the same line? Take a look. We like Stone, Marchessault, and Smith. Marchessault, Smith. Ooh, and Tuck also. But we like him. And Stone. Let me just take a look on the side and see what lines these guys are all on. Stone is line 1. Marchessault is line 2, but power play line 1. Tuck is line 3, but power play line 1. Riley Smith is 2 and 2. So let's put them all in and see how this flows. Stone we wanted, right? But we need one of the centers, right? So Stone, Marchessault, Smith, Tuck. Is there anybody else from here? Stone. Riley Smith. Marchessault. Where do we find Tuck, by the way? Tuck, right there. So who's the center that goes with either of these dudes? So what we're talking about here is doesn't work that way. Okay. William Carlson, he's on the second line. Chandler Stevenson, he's on the first line. So what if we put in Carlson and Stevenson? Just for the hell of it. Carlson and Stevenson. Then what we could probably do is let's go back to that goalie. And we're going to go back and try to get those other one-offs. The one-offs we liked, again, were Garland and Forsberg, but Garland was cheaper. So let's see if we can get them both in. Garland is another wing. So we have Garland and Forsberg. So let's see which of these guys, if we want to put those in, which of these wings correlates the weakest. So you have Riley Smith, who is 2-2, meaning second line and second power play line. We have Stone, who is first line and third power play line. And we have Tuck, who is third and first. So we could afford to actually take both of those, any of the wings out that we want, except for Marchessault, right? Marchessault is second and first. So we want to keep Marchessault and Tuck in, and Stevenson, okay? Marchessault, Tuck, and Stevenson we want to keep in because those guys are all on the first power play line. All right. So now we're getting somewhere. So you have Marchessault, Tuck, and Stevenson are all on the same power play line. So that's a good start. All right. This is a good start. Now let's put in the one-offs for a second. Put in Forsberg. And who was the other guy? Sorry, I'm the worst. Is Garland, right? So put him in the utility. Put in Talbot. Not Talbot. We don't want Talbot. And we don't want that goalie either, right? Well, let's for now, let's put that goalie back in, the Elvis guy. So now we have Elvis, which is what we want. We have the good one-off in Garland, which is who we want. And we're getting somewhere. We have 5,600 a player. We could actually now start playing those studs if we wanted. So let's go back and see what the top guy is. So it looks as though the top guy is actually McKinnon by a decent amount. So let's see if we just can't jam him in as a one-off. Boom. See, we can still do this, right? We could play three guys left, 4,400 each. Okay? So what I would do, let's take this off for a second. And what would be nice is to find a guy to go with this Garland dude, right? So let's take a look. First, let me see what line he's on. Probably like the 8th line, right? He's on the first line. So what we're looking for is anyone on the first line. So you have this Chikrin who's amazing, but he's probably expensive. He's the one that we anti-sweated a few games ago. He's 7,300. That's never going to work. But you never. Oh no, we got to put a goalie in, right? Let's pretend we didn't know that. But if we did put a goalie in at 7, then we need to have. We're not keeping this line up, so I don't care. So if we did put in the Elvis, you'd have to send 3K a man. Who else is on this first line for Arizona? You have Goligoski, who's defenseman. But I want see, who's the center here? I remember him, the other Bunting. He wasn't bad, but he's on the first power play line, right? Hang on. Hang on. Might be getting somewhere. Might be getting somewhere. This is what we've come down to. Playing guys from Arizona. Dvorak was not great. See, none of these centers I really cared about too much. Goligoski, he was this. No, who was the center on that first line? I don't even have a center. Oh, Johan Larson. He's not even on the power play. Well, is Garland? Garland is. Can you get Chychrun in? Garland, Chychrun. Chychrun is 7,100. Keller is really good. He's on the second line? I didn't know that. Let's see if we can find some really cheap one-offs here, either at defense or really anywhere. We got to be a little more lenient with our requirements here. Let's take a look. Back to that Riley Smith at 3,700. That's not terrible. Ooh, but this guy, Brandstrom, is 2,700. Maybe that's a good idea. A one-off from Ottawa at 2,700 as a defenseman. Does he get any minutes at all? I want to say that we've done this before. But if you did that, I'm pretty sure you can get this done, right? You gotta, now this is not ideal, right? Because you only have a 3x2 by 1x1x1, right? It's definitely not ideal. So you'd like to, ooh, you can go back to the Riley Smith, right? Hang on. Getting somewhere maybe? Is it possible? Oh, almost. This Chychrun is really getting in my way. What else in this Arizona? I'm like staring at this now. Kessel's on the first line. He's 4,700. Golioski. I don't know. He's got the one power play. If we did, I mean, this I know we can do. Like if we did Golioski, then life is easy, right? Can you play double? Can you go double punt? Can you play Chychrun? Probably not, right? No, because you need a goalie at 5K, which you can't get. So it looks like Chychrun's going to not be able to get there. But what about Bunting? Bunting is on the first power play. What's his price? He's 46. No, what we need is another defenseman. Another defenseman, because we do want to have another Arizona. So we have Garland, we have Golioski, and I'd like to play Chychrun, but we can't afford it. Unless, do we want to play Chychrun that badly that we give up McKinnon? Can't be right, but let's just see. So let's give up. Let's play Chychrun instead of Golioski. But Chychrun didn't even look that good. Let's put this back. Golioski. Let's try to get McKinnon in again. Then we're back at this construction again, where we need a goalie. Well, this is fine, actually. We need a goalie. So we just have a two-man from Arizona. We have Garland and Goliaski. I guess it could be worse. What if we put another Arizona guy in there? Who else from Arizona actually projects well? How about that? So I did run across somebody when I was expanding my pool just a little bit. Brassard at 2,500. Is that really what I came here to do? I don't even remember him playing on the ice. He is in the first power play. Second line, first power play. So we'd be getting Brassard, Garland, and Goliaski, all from the first power play. Brassard. And then it's easy. That I promise you is easy. So now you have a 3x3 with a Colorado, with the stud Colorado guy. I think we can do this. So you have 3x3x1. I will leave the last two blank. We already talked about some of the guys we can play. And yeah, this is how we go from beginning to don't feel like playing at all to probably playing something. Good luck.